Recently, Belle and I hung out with a rock star. Not the kind that plays music and breaks guitars. This guy just really loves rocks. Agates, to be exact. On social media, he's known as the Agate Dad, and his videos get hundreds of thousands of views. We went up to the North Shore to meet him and learn more about a Minnesota treasure that everyone can hunt. Only a rock star would get Belinda and me out on the North Shore on a cold, stormy day in April. Such a lovely day. Yeah. And Taylor, otherwise known as the Agate Dad, is definitely a star in the world of rocks. How many followers do you have?
Grand total with all of them together, it's close to 2 million.
Fans flock to Taylor's social media pages to watch him find,
That's awesome.
cut, and polish agates, including Minnesota's official gemstone,
Oh my gosh,
the Lake Superior agate.
it's perfect.
Agates from Lake Superior range in color, but on the outside, its potato-like husk is often yellow or orange. And on the inside, it's known for its beautiful red and orange banding, derived from iron ore deposits in the soil.
We came down the little pathway, and I said, oh my God, that's Taylor.
Even on this, shall we say, less than ideal day, we ran into Taylor's superfans.
I know an insane amount about him because we watch his agate videos every single week.
Inspired by Taylor, Annie Myers and her partner drove all the way from South Dakota to give agate hunting a try.
He's got all kinds of tips and tools and tricks.
One of the first tips, try to hunt after a storm.
Oh my God.
Missed it by this much, because the waves will wash up new crops of rocks. So what's the ideal weather to agate hunt?
Not today.
Sunny is good, because then it kind of helps with the glowing aspect of it.
Most agates are fluorescent, and sunshine lights them up, making them easier to spot on the beach. Which would have been helpful today, as spotting agates isn't easy. Nothing? Look how cool these are, though.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing, though?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I really want to find one. Agate hunting takes patience, practice, and acceptance that the first one you find will likely be small. But hey, so was Taylor's.
I looked down and it was just the size of a blueberry, but it had bands over it, and I'm like, this is it, and boom, I was hooked. And that's what started everything.
And now he has a garage full of agates. Many he found, others he bought.
This bin right here is full of calandria agates from Mexico.
The videos where Taylor cuts these agates open get the most views online, and Belle and I couldn't resist giving it a try.
And it's got a really nice banded window right here. And you could cut it right in through there. I think you have a pretty good shot at getting some nice bands.
All right, let's do it.
Belle picked an agate from Botswana.
Okay, check it out.
Mine was from Malawi.
Ready?
Oh, geode.
Wow.
That's the geode agate you were asking for.
You see that, Belle? That's so cool. Uh-oh,
That's
this is
awesome.
addicting.
Yeah.
So many people have become agate addicts that there's an entire festival dedicated to them in the self-proclaimed agate capital of the world, Moose Lake. And while Moose Lake is obviously not on Lake Superior agates can be found here, dropped during the Ice Age by glaciers that deposited them throughout much of the upper Midwest.
These are all Lake Superior agates.
20 years ago, Boyd Hoopert paid a visit to Moose Lake's Agate Days
I started picking agates when I was 5 years old.
and met organizer Roger Biebel as he shopped
This is $2,100.
and then helped mix agates and quarters in with a dump truck full of gravel for the signature event,
Hold your positions, please.
the Agate Stampede. Back then, the festival attracted about 1,000 people.
We're actually on our 56th year.
And while Roger hasn't changed much since then, the festival has grown so big it crashes cell phone service.
I actually called up AT&T. I go, what's going on? How come you can't keep that? And they said, we have 20,000 people in the Moose Lake area that are not normally there, and our system could not handle it.
So whether it's the controlled chaos of Agate Days or the solitude of the North Shore, there's Minnesota treasures out there this summer just waiting to be found.
This is a one-of-a-kind thing. To have Lake Superior and the gifts that it brings, it's just really special. If you'd like to check out Agate Days, they will be held in Moose Lake July 19th and 20th this year.
Mark your calendar.
It was just, and now, I mean, they had to move the vendors into this big arena because there's so many people that
big
go to
deal.
that Agate Days. And Roger is just, you know, he's such a force in Moose Lake and a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, and we met him actually at the visitor center at the Moose Lake State Park there, and that's where they actually have a museum, a
Yeah.
geological museum, which is really cool. And the whole thing was great.
Yeah, and we love Taylor too.
Taylor was great
Just
too.
the genuine deal and gets so much joy out of rock hunting. So check him out too on social media.